Hi, so here's another video. We're going down the list. 4.OA.2. It's still multiplicative comparisons, but it's anchored less in the equation that you use to solve it and more just solving and coming up with that final answer. So your answer choices will just be single numbers. So here we go. This one says Erica bought 10 books from the book fair, which was 5 times as many books as Sarah. How many books did Sarah buy? Right away, here times as many, we think chart. So we're going to set up a chart. When we set up the chart, we're thinking about who or what are we dealing with. So we're dealing with Erica and we're dealing with Sarah. So you can write the full name or just initial it. So I usually go with first initials, so S and E. Who has what? Who has the actual amount? So it says Erica bought 10 books, so we know the value that Erica has. She purchased the 10 books. So what's the relationship between them? The relationship between these two numbers comes from the times as many. So 5 times as many. So Erica has 10 books. The relationship between them is 5 times. Now we need to look back to the problem and figure out who has the bigger amount. Does Erica have more books or does Sarah have more books? Based on the way that the word problem is structured. So it says Erica bought 10 books from the book fair, which was 5 times as many books as Sarah. So the way this is structured is that it's saying this is the bigger amount. She has 5 times as many compared to what Sarah has. So our arrow isn't going to point to Sarah because she doesn't have the biggest amount. Erica has the biggest amount. So my unknown is Sarah's number. What I do know is Erica has 10. The relationship between them is 5. So how do I figure out N? The last problem for 4.OA.1, we multiplied because our unknown was the biggest number. When your unknown is not the biggest number, you use the inverse operation, which is division. It's all an effect family. So I know that Sarah's number can be set up like this. N multiplied by 5 equals 10. A lot of students feel more comfortable with this than they do with the division, or you could set it up as Erica's number divided by 5 is going to get to Sarah's number. Okay? So in this case, our N, when we solve it, will be 2. So Sarah has 2 books, which is 5 times as many as 10. It's important to come back and check your chart to see that it works. So the unknown before was our variable N. When we plug it in, we get 2. 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. Yeah, looks good to me. Now, the tricky part is when you have answer choices. They're not going to make it easy for the kids. Why would they do that? No, they're going to give them all of the opportunities to make mistakes. If they don't anchor themselves in their work, taking apart this word problem, focusing on those key words, mistakes will happen. And they're going to happen anyways, but we just want to try to limit it so that way the students are showing what they know and what they learned. Because I did teach them something, just a little bit. So if we look to the answer choices, we see 2, which we know is our answer. 3, because they like to have some answer choices really close together to make it confusing. Then we have 15, which would be 10 plus 5. When in doubt, add them together, right? And then we have 50, which conveniently enough is oftentimes the mistake for this when we have to use division instead of multiplication, an answer choice. I tell the kids every time you have an option like this where you know it's multiplication or if it's division, they're going to have both answer choices. So you can't throw a party for yourself when you find an answer choice because your answer choice might be the mistake. So anchoring on that chart really helps the kids to see is your variable the one that we don't know the biggest number. If it is the biggest number, multiply. If it's not, you need to divide. Okay? So we end up working our way, but if I've already done this work and I've set up my chart, then I can confidently go like this and go, boop, bye. That is not the right answer. Okay. So again, 4.OA.1 and 4.OA.2 have to do with multiplicative comparisons. So the two operations that you'll use, either multiplication or division. Okay. Figuring out who has the biggest number and go from there.